everybody. Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with me. And look what Bly dragged into the room, Mr. O.
Hi.
And we're here for my Material Matters segment.
Indeed.
Your weekly tarot keys to success in business, education, and finance. Mr. O cannot unfortunately be here to do his goth tarot in the next week or his emotional exchanges, so he's crashing my show.
Indeed.
And will offer some timely commentary as we go along. And he can hold Bly. No.
Oh.
If you get tired of Bly,
I'm taking Bly with me on my trip.
And you know, Mr. O, I noticed there's something missing from the scene. Where's my toad?
Well, remember we lay the 4 cards out so we don't always use it, but he's right
Hey,
there.
you know, you're right here and you can be my card schlepper.
Well, I guess that's the truth. There's Toady.
All right, my money toad. Okay, well, we are using the Sacred Creators Oracle for our card for the collective.
Indeed.
Mr. O can give his 2 cents on money.
Well, this is a financial related show, so yes. And of course, I would always say, don't take any wooden nickels.
And you know what, Mr. O? I could be able to do much else here, but I'm going to have you draw a card for the collective. Ah, it's on you. Gotta put you to work. Ooh, what is that? It's limitations inspire innovations. What number is that?
I don't know. 52.
52.
It almost sounds like an Asian frozen food. Innovations.
Oh, innovations, yes, which we sometimes get from time to time. Okay. Well, which one of the 3 words on this card grabbed most of your attention? You know, was it limitation? Was it inspire? Or was it innovations? Did you get excited about the idea of being inspired or about the amazing opportunity you have to create something totally innovative? Or did you immediately get sucked into the word limitation with a twinge of disappointment or a lament for the things that aren't going to happen today? This is an extremely positive card despite any appearances to the contrary. When we have the self-awareness to sense our current limitations, we can clearly see the opportunity for improvement and progress. Adopt a mindset of self-mastery and see the hurdles for what they are. Self-imposed limitations, lessons in disguise, amazing opportunities for self-discovery and growth, and limiting beliefs that beg to be released. This limitation is not permanent. It is indeed changing rapidly, and you will transcend this barrier to your success. Allow your current limitations to motivate your growth. So brainstorm with the universe in a limited way. Well, it's a little activity here. Don't know if I want to get into that with you, but you know what? I love the idea of limitations, you know, being the, you know, the, how should I say, the impetus for growth, you know. We aren't meant to be limited. We're meant to expand and grow. And especially in a business sense, you know, we want to try to take our limitations and, you know, leap beyond them.
I don't remember the exact quote, but I remember that there's something about this idea, and it's the mothers of invention is the rest of the phrase. And I can't remember what that is. Is a certain sense of futility or something like that.
Is it necessity is the mother of invention?
Maybe that's what it is, yeah.
Not sure.
And so I guess that's saying that sometimes a limitation puts us in a spot of a necessity, perhaps, and so it inspires
innovation.
Or the mothers of invention.
Okay, Frank Zappa.
Indeed.
All right.
So
all right.
is that a real tarot card or is that a Sears tarot card?
You know it's an oracle card, Mr.
Okay,
O.
well, that was one of Frank Zappa's saints.
I know. You're so silly. All right. Well, let's get on to some serious business here, shall we? Of course, I have to do the astrological signs or the astrological outlook for the week ahead, and to remind you that this reading is good from August 13th, Sunday, through August 19th, next Saturday. The moon will be traveling from the sign of Cancer into Virgo Libra on next Saturday. We have a new moon this week, and the new moon is in the sign of Leo, and that's going to be on August 16th. And that's it. That's all she wrote.
All right.
All right, Bly, I'm going to set you down. You've done well. Thank you for dragging Mr. Owen here. I might regret it before the show's over.
What?
Nothing. Nothing at all. There's nothing to edit out there either. Okay, hey, we're starting with our air signs. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This reading is for you for the week ahead. You want to do a cheerlead for the air signs?
I couldn't imagine what that would be. Let me think about it.
Rah, rah.
No, I was thinking of something rhyming.
Oh, okay. Good luck with that.
Yep, nothing's happening.
Okay. Boy, good co-anchors are hard to find.
I think I'm just burned out because I'm nearly ready for my trip. And it's just been exhausting.
All right, Mr. Card Schlepper. Let's see what we have for the air signs. The focus card. Where will your attention be focused this week, you know? Let's see. It's the King of Wands. It's the King of Wands, air signs. That looks awfully good to me.
You're going to try to be the candle.
Wow. Oh, okay.
The bright flame. You want to be the bright flame.
You want to be the bright flame this week. You want to get noticed. You want to captivate attention. You want people to be drawn to you. You know, maybe the right people. Maybe like, you know, business partners, financial backers, customers. How about customers? Or also, you know, if you're seeking, a change in career, the right employer. So that's your focus for the week ahead. How can you best prepare yourself for what you need to focus on this week? Hey, it's another king. What's up with this? It's the King of Cups upright.
Just remember to be kind.
Well, you know, that's the best way to garner support. Not only to have that magnetic, charming attractiveness, but also to have that kindness, that sensitive quality, that people are looking for.
It's about being a little bit charitable if you can.
That too. All right, so your interactions with others in the material world, would there be cooperation or conflict? Jeez, air signs, you are on a roll. It is the Three of Cups upright.
I'm coming up, so you
get this part started. Or in this case, it's we're coming up because, that's in the place of your interactions with others. So there be partying. There be partying. There be revelry. There's connectivity. There's a sense of everybody working together in harmony. And also, enjoying what they do. Enjoying the spirit of working together.
Maybe it's a big party for work people, for success or something.
This looks really, really positive. So what could go wrong or right? Let's see. So will there be forward or backward movement or none at all for the air signs? Holy moly. Couple that with the King of Cups, huh? It's the High Priestess. So it's like, wow, you're just going to feel like this week is visionary to you, It's as if everything is falling into place and you're seeing something deep going on here. Maybe that's that deep level of connectivity. Maybe that's that ability to attract the right people. Wow, isn't this a deep reading for
Well, it's almost like it's very meta. Like looking back, it's
yeah.
like you're just really understanding everything very intuitively. You don't have to shout it out. You don't have to necessarily seek corroboration. You're understanding how it all happened.
So I'm going to wrap this and go back to that high priestess at the end. I think here that the King of Wands is just saying this is a week to get noticed, get attention, but bring out the charm factor, make people believe you are truly the leader, you say you are, if that's the case, and be very supportive, play a role as a leader that also you're not afraid to roll up your sleeves and help out once in a while too. And I'll let you go after me if you want to wrap anything.
No, I think I should just let you do the wrap
Oh,
up.
why, thank you. And it's my show. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm too tired.
And so
I'm here to be pithy.
How best to prepare for that focus is to just be kind, be gracious, and also I think another good way to prepare for this focus is, to use some of that keen knowledge that you have of others. I think the King of Wands knows how to tap into people emotionally, what they're feeling and what they need, what they need to do to sell themselves or their product to others, to appeal with them on an emotional level. And here, others just sense a celebration, a party. There's joy. There's a big celebration going on. Whether you're being welcomed into a new work environment or, something big happens as a cause for celebration, or just the idea that everybody is happy and in harmony working with you this week. And ultimately, forward or backward movement, I really feel that you're going to tap into something here. And this something is going to carry forward in the weeks ahead. Either you're going to sense a pattern or you're going to sense a way to really pull people on the same page with you. This is the start of something very, very nice, air signs. I like it.
It's almost as if you're really going somewhere in your work life or in your career life or in something really important that you build. Maybe it's more avocational. So whatever it is, it really looks good. And, if you're nice to people, you'll definitely get invited to the office party.
Indeed. That's what we have for the air signs. Now it's time for my fellow friends of fire signs. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. This reading is for us for the week ahead. Bring it on. Bring on the...
Oh, waiting for you to notice.
Didn't take long, did it?
It took you a lot longer than most people. And that was one of those things I used to do at my old workplace. Like if I was gathered with two other people, I would do that. I would put my bunny ears up behind somebody and wait until they noticed. And the other person who was listening would often notice and start to smirk and giggle.
This could be why he wasn't the most popular person in this.
Oh, I was really popular, but only on the lower decks, as they say.
Oh my. All right, fire signs. Let's see what's going on with us. All right, hey. Wow, it's a good... You guys, I think, get this card more than anybody else in the material show.
Can't imagine why.
It's a Fool. And this time he's upright, and that's a good thing. I think this is, well, so far, we'll have to look at the rest of our cards. Let's just say for now, you're wanting to take that leap. You're wanting to take a risk. Maybe this is a time to be speculative, maybe to invest in different areas. Maybe you've got a hunch on something, even in business, that's something that you should run with and go with.
In this regard, fire signs seem to feel a little bit adventurous.
Indeed. Perhaps you're even going to try to look into a career path that is a little bit out of your usual. This is time to think outside the box. It's a repeat card. How best can you prepare for this focus? Go with your gut. Trust
the
your
High
gut.
Priestess.
Oh my gosh, you've got the High Priestess here. And that is, really, really nice combination here, the two of these, Maybe it is your gut that is telling you this is the time. Everything seems fine. Your gut is telling you all systems are go. Do it, do it, do it.
It almost seems as if, you just really have this deeper understanding.
You feel it within.
Mm-hmm.
It's Major Arcana Palooza so far. So what about people this week? Will there be cooperation or conflict? Well, I think people are going to look at this as maybe you or your company or whatever reimagining themselves, coming up with new concepts, new who knows, maybe not a new logo, a new brand. That's what I wanted to say. Maybe branding or just reimagining, reinventing yourself through this risk that's happening.
Well, maybe the best epiphanies are a collective experience. Maybe there's a gestalt that's going to go on and everybody are going to say all at once, Eureka, I think I have it. We have it. Whoops.
And ultimately, will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all for you fire signs? Well, it's the Knight of Pentacles reversed. You got to crack some eggs in order to make progress sometimes, right? So I will say that there might be a little bit of a financial shortfall at the end of this. I don't really know that it's going to be too major. This is all just too positive. So what I think is that, in order to pull this off, it may drain you a little bit more financially than you were prepared for. Maybe, some bills will come in. Maybe there's a potential some financial backer might back out, but I do think this is transitory.
To me, it kind of feels like maybe it's a slowdown. It's maybe a moment of caution.
Okay.
So it may not really be perceived as movement ahead. It may be sort of like a time to take a little bit of a pause.
Maybe take stock of where this is taking you.
All right.
I like that. So let's look at this again real quickly. It looks as though your focus is all about taking a risk, taking a gamble, taking a leap of faith. Whether it's career-wise, going for a job you think is out of your range, doing some real major shift and change in your production or in your business environment, changing product lines, whatever the case may be, to drum up business, this is the time. And the High Priestess here, how you should prepare for this focus is, what is your gut telling you? Go with your gut. I think your gut is really leading you to take this risk at this time. You kind of feel this deep within. And others around you may feel this is a real happening thing, that this is you, rekindling or rebuilding your brand, your company, your business, your customer base, whatever the case may be. And I think they're all in. I really do. I think they're going to look at this not critically, but, kind of rejuvenated. And ultimately, though, I like what Mr. O said. I think that's highly possible that there could be a little bit of a slowdown, as you retool. Because, any kind of change that's going to happen that's totally radical is going to engender some time for you to catch up. And there may be some financial outlays, that you're going to have to put in an association with that.
That's especially considerable because it comes right after the Judgment card. So it sort of seems like after you have that Eureka moment, then there's a sense of, well, we gotta, maybe retool, reconsider, realign. It takes a little bit.
That's what we have for you fire signs. Truly not a bad reading.
Not a bad reading.
Right, good luck with that.
At all.
Well, you know what time it is, Mr. O?
No, I don't.
It's time for some water.
Oh, okay. Good thing I brought some too.
Hey,
La la.
2-year trip.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. To your trip and my master plan to take over TFT when you're gone. Ah! Mwah!
I was so hoping. Good. Is there anything I need to sign?
He doesn't mean it. He loves all of us. All right. So Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, water signs. This reading is for you for the week ahead.
All right.
Mr. Scorpio, what kind of week are you going to have?
Oh, boy. Well, I'm probably not going to be worried about financial matters as much.
Well, I think you'll be spending.
But I'm not going to be worried about it.
Okay. All right. What me worry? Well, your focus for the week ahead, water signs, is starting with the Hierophant. You know, maybe this is just saying sticking with the status quo this week might be a good thing. It might also be a good time to get some advice from people with more knowledge. Do you need some help with, some financial goals that you have? Seek out the right people. If you have an interest in, maybe there's something you need to learn, on your career path or with your career pursuit. So it might be a good time to take some classes, some lessons to hone up on things.
Well, as a focus, this card could also be suggesting, too, that sometimes it is about appearances, and that even if underneath, you are really roiling around and trying to figure out what kind of changes to do, on the outward, the focus is going to be trying to look conventional, and maybe that's mostly because it's about business.
Yeah, so dress for success if you're going to those interviews. All right, how best can you prepare for that focus? It's the Seven of Pentacles reversed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Seven of Pentacles reversed is about, kind of getting back to activity, getting things moving, Maybe that's why the status quo is kind of important this week, I wonder, because, maybe it's just saying, you need to get things moving again in order to grow the business. And if your production stuff is maybe not making any major shakeups or radical changes at this time, might improve the flow and your potential for success.
It just looks like consideration towards a course change of some sort. It may be that you were in a disposition to hold on to resources, but now you sort of feel like you have to reallocate them in some ways.
It's something that you're consider but the move has to be made. This is no longer thinking about it. The move has to be made. So whether you're going to be reallocating or you're just going to get back to work because more work needs to be done to ensure some financial success. Well, what about people this week? Will there be cooperation or conflict? Well, there's some standouts there. Or they may be looking at you that way. They may be looking up to you to show them the way, to bring them the fire, to bring them the light, to be that beacon that's going to drive the business forward.
Well, it's either you or it's somebody that you're interacting with really wants to kind of be, the bright spot.
The mover and the shaker, and maybe the leader. So ultimately, water signs, will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all? There will definitely be movement.
That's the Four, isn't it? Yeah.
It's the Four of Swords reversed. And so, there's definitely going to be some movement happening here. There's a lot of energy. There's a lot of desire to move things forward now, one way or another. Whether you are shifting gears to some extent or, you're staying the course, you're going to be moving.
I felt there was some connection with the previous cards there in a way. So I do feel this is like saying, really, when you put it all together and when you feel like there's a dynamic charge going on in your team or with yourself, you want to take advantage of it.
You definitely want to strike while the iron is hot. And you have the energy and motivation to do it. That's
so
important
let's go over this again.
Shall we? Do you want to?
Go ahead.
The Hierophant upright is indicating that your focus is either on maintaining the status quo, keeping things steady as she goes, not making a lot of waves, or, also soliciting advice from, whatever it is you're working on, whether you're, trying to buy real estate, whether you're trying to make investments, whether you're trying to make some major moves with your money. That's what that card would entail to me.
Make a good impression.
And then the Seven of Pentacles here, how best you can prepare for that focus. Well, this is a time to make some moves. So clearly, I think it's weird. Maybe this impetus to make the moves is why you need to get some maybe outside help or advice.
Well, something I just thought of is that this might be saying really be ready for a sudden shift, that maybe you were really in one mode and all of a sudden it's going to shift. Be ready for that.
All right, be flexible. I like that. And so what about people this week? Well, it's either somebody, that you are working with, or it's how others are viewing you. They're definitely they're seeing, they want your light. They want your leadership. They want your guidance. And they are attracted to that. They are drawn to you for that.
And there's no reason that this couldn't actually be a little bit of a gestalt where everybody kind of inputs, and you might have a team leader, but really it's your group energy too.
It could be your group energy that's just so vibrant and exciting as things are moving forward here, because as we see by week's end, everything is just up. Well, there's so much energy. You just feel renewed energy-wise. You feel motivated and ready to make some major moves by week's end.
Right. You feel ready for any shifts, or just to be ready to hit the floor.
So, hey, remain flexible, water signs, and be ready, for some movement.
All right.
All right. Good reading for you. Well, the energies have certainly shifted from last week.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, earth signs.
Who knew that, we were moving close to what?
Mercury retrograde. 1 week away after next week. Oh my gosh. A week from next Wednesday. So we are in the shadow already too. All right, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. This reading is for you. And pretty soon, I think it's the same day that Mercury goes retrograde, correct? It's going to be Virgo season.
You said the 23rd, or?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Awesome.
All right.
It's a good season. It's a season for making positive changes. Cleaning up.
Which I plan on doing a lot of while you're gone.
Well, I'll be back by that time.
That's true. That's
I got
true.
my eye on you.
Okay. So, guys, what's your focus for the week ahead? Earth signs? Uh-oh.
It's the reverse Two of Cups. Maybe you have to look at some situations and realize that it's time to let them go. And, of course, this pertains to business, or something like that. But it's something you really like, I think.
Well, I hope you like it, because something may be over, Earth signs, something you might be saying goodbye to, whether it's a business you're leaving. If it's retirement, then you can be happy, right? But it could be a business you're leaving behind, a business partner, some different connections that just are not working for you anymore. Bye-bye. It's time to say bye-bye. How best can you prepare for that focus? Wow. Is the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is reversed. I don't know if it's the best way you can prepare for it, but let's try to turn that around a little bit and say, well, the best way you can prepare for that focus is by not,
trying to rush it, I guess.
Not allowing this to throw you off your game, and to make you scatter your energy all over the place. Like now, you don't know what to do. Make sure that this move, that is... So it almost makes me wonder, gee, Earth signs, if whatever this parting of ways is something that's beyond your control. I'm wondering if some of you just may be losing jobs in the week ahead. That is
Well,
not a
if
good
it's not
thing.
that, you could be being reassigned.
It could be. And so you're maybe not sure where to put your energy, and you are at risk of burning out, or just not getting a lot accomplished because you're scattered. You're just too scattered.
Oh.
Oh boy. So, what about your interactions with others? Will there be cooperation or conflict?
Well, it is possible that maybe they would help you share the burden, but I don't know. What do you think?
Well, you need to ask for help. I think that's
Yes.
clear here since this card showed up here. But it could also mean that maybe your interactions with others is part of the problem here. That this whole thing is because you are not getting along with people and it's become burdensome.
We gotta keep them separated.
See, you get music when it comes to my show. And ultimately, will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all? It is the Knight of Cups.
Aww.
Well, I think you will start to, by week's end, it's all going to sink in, and I think you're going to get a little bit of a better handle on your emotions, and you're going to realize now that whatever happened here was meant to be, and maybe, it is a night, so maybe you are going to be able to move on, from here.
It almost makes it sound like you are either leaving a company or work crew for either the reason of going to a different organization or possibly just being reassigned. But it is interesting that you start with the cups and you end with the cups. It's like you're ending one thing, but you are moving towards something else.
And then what's in the middle?
The two wands, which really does talk about the workplace situation and or the idea of the burnout and or the idea of whether or not somebody can, help you move that along.
It's a very interesting reading. No, it's fist bump. There, I'll give you that. But I also sense it could be something else too. If it's not people, it could be something that's very cherished to you, like a job. We talked about that. Mm-hmm. But it could also be a cherished goal or dream that you now have to let go of.
Careerish.
Well, career or financial. And so there's a parting of ways with something or someone or some company or business, some partners, some advisors, etc. And you just got to not let this throw, the best thing to do is to come prepared and ready for this if you can. Unless this is something that you have no control over and it's throwing you off your game. But try to come prepared, be prepared, and don't just scatter your energy about. Focus it on the matter at hand.
Could this be about the loss of an investment or some sort of downturn?
It could be. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to rule that out. I do feel, though, there is a sense of people being involved here in some way. Either you're going to have to ask for a bailout or help from others to shoulder what has happened here, or the whole reason behind all of this is because people have become a burden in this situation to you. Mm. They're not helping. And so ultimately, I feel like you're going to be able to recoup some semblance of, I can move on. I can still pursue other things. All is not lost kind of thing, and just be able to move on emotionally from here. Maybe ultimately you will realize that all of this was possibly for the best.
Interesting.
Wow.
Who knew?
Who knew? That's what we have for the earth signs.
The earth signs were not so much the winners this week.
The winners this week, I feel, are a tie. I think it was a tie between the air and the fire signs.
All right.
I think you both have pretty stellar weeks ahead. Good luck with that, and good luck to everybody in the week ahead. Now we have a bunch of announcements to make.
No, we don't, because there's no shows next week.
maybe that's part of the announcements I needed your help with, and when some shows would resume. So there are no shows next week.
Not a one.
Not a one. Not a one. I will be on social media. He might be catching up when he can, but I'll definitely be throwing the cards of the day we do out there. But there will be no shows until Sunday, April 20th. Where maybe my show will appear. Not sure about that.
But the live stream will.
But the live stream at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be back.
No matter how tired I am.
And from that point forward, all of our shows will commence back to our normal...
We're back, baby!
Our normal... twisted times.
Oh, I don't know. It might be a little abnormal.
And you never know. A little tit for tat here. Maybe I will appear on Mr. O's next Emotional Exchanges.
Oh, I got something better for you.
Ooh. Is it going to be Goth Tarot?
I think you should just do Goth Tarot all on your own. What could be more depressing?
Well, I don't know which way you mean that, but...
I have an audience to consider, you know.
So anyway, we're taking this little hiatus. I hope everybody has a prosperous week ahead, and we will back to our normal schedule on Sunday, April 20th. For now, take care, everybody. Bly says goodbye, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Oh, bye.